it's Alicia. Today I'm going to be talking about some slight things that have low-key kind of pissed me off, that are super little, that I just want to yap about. But before I do that, I'm going to eat my lunch, and I want to show you guys my lunch. She is glory, she is grace. Boom. And then I got a little cracker going on. So once I'm done eating this, so I can get the energy to talk, you'll see me. Okay, so I'm back. The first thing is today. Today was a normal chill school day. I got to go to school late and then get off early because we done our midterm. So what else is there to do? Like, you know? But tell me why. So I'm done. I finished my class, right? And obviously I get to leave early. I don't have my last period, whatever. So I'm like, I'm finna go home, get my little, yesterday I went to Chick-fil-A and I got that wrap. I got like the chicken, the wrap you just seen me. So I'm like, I'm gonna go home, pick it up, and then come back, sit in the parking and film this video. Soon as I get home, somebody that I live with is like, who's that? Who's that? Is it this person? Is it this person? Is it this person? I'm like, bro. And then they say, is it me? Like, my name? And I wanted to just ignore and go. But then I was just like, yeah. And then like, I thought I heard something. I'm like, oh my God. And the reason why I'm like low-key kind of irritated is because it's never like a, like, we don't, like, it's not like a close relationship like that. And then on top of that, it's just like, I know that it's gonna be a thing where it's like, niggas is gonna start looking more at where I'm going, because I already told you I'm not really supposed to, like, whatever. And so it's gonna go to like somebody who's gonna be like, why did you come home and go back to school? And then I'm just gonna say I came to get my notebook and go back because I had to like get my notes checked and stuff, some bullshit. Like, I'm just pissed off. Like, it's like, nigga, you never hear anything, you never listen to anyone, you never show any empathy. And then, but now, and I don't know, but the main thing I'm saying is that nigga never hears shit except the one day that I want to come get my lunch and then go back. This nigga automatically come out of nowhere. I'm like, jobs, bro. But I feel it, but like, fuck it at the same time, bro. Like, maybe if you fucked with me, then I would be like, okay, like, I feel it, but like, you don't. And it's like, so why are you even asking who's here? Shut up. But I feel it though, but I don't. Anyways, the second thing is, no, let me, which one? I'll say this one. The second thing is, I'm in this like English class and it's like dual credit. So it's like with like a nearby community college, and it's like English 1302. And we had like this writing where we're doing like this writing project. And so like part of the project is like you turn in your project into like a discussion so other people could peer edit it, and then you have to peer edit two people's and do like 2 paragraphs, one about visual rhetoric and one about logos rhetoric. So I literally didn't do that bitch, right? Boom. Long story short, I didn't do that bitch. I did it like 2 days later, and then I turned it into the comments. And then I was like, I turned it into the comments, just wanted to let you know. And then I lied and said I like did it in class. And it's like, how the fuck did you do it in class when you responded to the niggas who returned their shit in at 11:52? But the reason why I didn't do it is because I thought it was due on Wednesday, and that was on Monday. They gave it to us on Monday. It was due on Monday. We were supposed to do it last Wednesday, but we didn't do it last Wednesday because of the SAT. So not only is the SAT fucking up niggas' days, fucking up niggas' schedules, fucking up the souls. Like, what? But anyways, whatever. And she was like, she's like, I'm cracking, I'm what's it called? I'm girl, get it together. But no, she was like, I'm cracking down on like late work, and I'm following my syllabus, blah blah blah, more strict and stuff like that. I was like, okay, I feel it. So she was like, but at the end I dropped the 2 lowest grades. I'm like, damn. The reason why I was like, damn, like I felt it because like she already told us that like last week that she's gonna start to slowly but surely like follow her syllabus more strict and like no late work or whatever. But why I was low key like, damn, is because I've turned in everything on time, and then the one time that I turned in my thing 2 days late, niggas is getting strict on the syllabus. The fuck? Like when it's my turn to get an extension, now niggas is blah blah blah. These niggas, people, like she's giving the class so many extensions, and even just individual people so many extensions for bullshit, and then now you're strict. It's like, fuck. Let me at least get one. Like these niggas got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even because of the SAT, like the work that we had doing the SAT, she extended it for niggas. Because she was like, I'm gonna blame this on the schedule. Why don't you blame mine on the schedule too? Because we was, whatever. Like, I take accountability. I should have looked at it and turned it in and whatever the fuck and been on top. But I'm just like, damn, like, fuck. And then another thing is, I think it was Tuesday. Today's Thursday? Yeah, it was Tuesday. I had my psychology class, AP Psych. And we did like this thing. And it was a story. It was a short story, and at the end of reading the short story, you were supposed to rank who you thought was at fault for the woman in the story's death, from 1 being the most at fault to 6 being the least at fault. And I'm gonna just summarize it up, do it a little quick, and tell y'all what it was. The story was that this lady was living in this place with her husband. Her husband worked long hours. She was at the crib, lonely and whatever, barely had friends. So then he didn't want her to get a job, or he just was like, stay at the crib, take care of the crib. You don't need to get a job. So she would use like the little money that she had for groceries and split it and like buy, I guess, cheap groceries or something like that. And long story short, she would take us like a ferry to go to like the town to work a part-time job. She would, after a certain amount of months at working at each part-time job, she would start an argument with whoever the boss was so she could get kicked off and get another job, so it wouldn't be like a long, you know what I'm saying? And then she would have to get home before her husband would get home so she could act like she was at the crib all day, cooking and cleaning and twiddling with her fucking thumbs, whatever. So one of the days, she lost her money. She went to her boss. He refused to give her money. She went to her other boss. He refused to give her money. She went to like the bus driver, the ferry driver, whatever. He refused to let her ride for free. She said, I'll pay you back after. He was like, no, protocol, whatever. So she was like, the only way for me to get home is to walk down the highway. She knew that on the highway, there's like these, I guess, like burglar, dangerous men or something that like rob people and just assault them and shit. So they're called like highwaymen. And so she was like, I'm going to go down this highway and hope that I don't get I hope something doesn't happen to me in the hands of these highwaymen. So she goes down the highway, she gets stabbed by a highwayman, dies. That's the story. And then the adjacent story, which like half the room had one story and half the room had another story. And like basically it was like, are you more inclined to say that something terrible deserves to happen to someone if they did something that you deem is morally wrong? The other side was the same story, except she wasn't going to the town to work a part-time job. She was going to the town to have sexual affairs with other men and basically cheat on her husband. So let me tell you, rank who you think was most at fault for her death first. The characters. There's 6 characters. The husband, the wife, boss 1, boss 2, ferry boat captain, and highwayman. The wife, husband, boss 1, boss 2, ferry boat captain, bus driver, which is the bus driver, and then the highwayman. Let me tell you what I ranked. I said from most to least, highwayman, because he stabbed her. Who's the most at fault for her death? The man who stabbed her. And then I said the husband, because I don't know when this was, but even if this was back in the day, like, you don't want somebody to have a job, more money coming to the grave. Like, what? And then boss 1, boss 2, ferry boat captain, because you don't want to give somebody fucking, what's it called? Transportation? Like, if I had, like, I don't know, like, maybe a cleaning lady or assistant, and even if we got into an argument, and she was like, I have no way home, can you lend me some transportation money? Like, what is that, $40? Of course, I'm gonna be like, fuck you still, bitch, but I'll probably give it to you, or at least give you half or something. Or at least I don't know, maybe if I don't know if you're gonna use it for that, I'll call you a Uber, or whatever the fuck. So, I put, yeah, boss 1, boss 2, that's 3 and 4, and I put the ferry boat captain, and then I put the wife. So, highwayman, husband, boss 1 and 2, ferry boat captain, and then the wife. Tell me why the people in my class mostly put the wife at 1, 2, and 3. I could see 3 because the boss in the ferry boat, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, no one obligated to give her money or whatever. But, like, and maybe the husband, maybe 2, but 1? And then the people that had, like, the cheating story, they were like, why would a bop? And then it was, like, for the girls. And everyone in that class, you would think it was, like, straight white men galore. Everyone in that class is, like, ethnic. And, like, I think it's majority girls. But everyone is ethnic. There's one white boy in that class. There's no Caucasians. They're all ethnic women. Mainly, I'm assuming from immigrant parents and blah, blah, blah. And I was just never expected that. I didn't expect that. I thought I was in, like, the Trump inauguration. Like, am I tripping? I literally thought I was in the Trump inauguration. These niggas, these girls, these niggas, all these people was putting the wife first. And then they, like, for the other side, they were like, why would a bop? I don't even know what they were saying. Like, I can't even remember that weird-ass, stupid-ass shit. I was like, what the fuck? I'm sitting there quiet, like, what? And they really going debating and baiting and baiting. And then this girl, and then this person's like, no, that's hella wrong. And they're like, well, she knew the highwaymen were there, so it is what it is. She knew the highwaymen were there. It is what it is. You lost your money. You made that decision. She knew the highwaymen were there, then blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, like, she had no way home. Her husband refused her to get a job. If you needed to get home that bad before your husband that you couldn't even call him and say, let me get a ride from town home, there might be some type of controlling and emotional abuse there, not to take it there, but realistically, like, hopefully if I had a husband and I was stuck in town with no ride, I could call that nigga and be like, nigga, send me a Uber. Nigga, ask for a break, come pick me up. Nigga, cash at me, or maybe what the fuck, if this was back in the day, send me a bird with $20. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, it was scary. It was victim blaming galore. I was like, these is the hoes? And most of them are sophomores. I'm a junior. I'm like, you hoes was born in 09, in 2010, or whatever the fuck. And this is 2025. And you're putting the wife first. Like, our class average for putting the wife first, I think one side it was like 1.95. Just know it was in between 1 and 2. It was like 1.95 and 1.5 something. I was like, and he said that's good compared to the other classes. The other classes had her at like 1.1, 0.98. I'm like, how the fuck did you even have her at 0.98, nigga? Now I'm trailing. It was like 1.1, 1.2, and ours was like 1.9 and 1 point something. I was like, damn, bro. It's really how people think, dog. Be your own people and shit. And that shit gave me pick me vibes, bro. Like, you acting like cheating on somebody to make you at fault for being stabbed. The fuck? Like, do that even sound normal? Am I tripping? Am I blah, blah, blah? I know I'm not, though. So don't even try to say I'm not. But yeah. Those are the 3 things that, yeah, that's all.